Hello everybody and welcome. This is Not a Pro Gardener here, coming at you from Zone 6B, and we're going to go through our recipe for sterilizing our seed starting mix because we ran out. We need to make some more because we got some potting up for our Imperial Star artichokes, and we are testing some new trays for our tomato starts, and we're going to pot some of those up to see how long we got for those left. And now I'm going to go through the list of stuff that you should have prepared before you get your water boiling. I got mine started right now, so we're going to run through this. You need a heat-safe bowl, tin foil, something to start with, your seed starting mix in here, and you need a pot with almost full of water. You want to get the most water you can hot out of it to dump it in here and mix it up. So whenever you dump your hot water in here, you need a heat-safe bowl so you don't melt anything or burn your hands real bad or anything like that and make a huge mess. You want to mix it around really good and get that hot water mixed up to all the way to the bottom. Get all of it mixed up, and it should turn a shade of color. When you're done, it's soaked it all up, and then you want to have this tin foil here to cover it, and it'll trap in that heat, and it'll help kill these fungus gnat eggs inside this peat moss in your seed starting mix. Just about every sterile seed starting mix I've tried usually has some fungus gnat eggs that come out, and they usually wreak havoc on your seed starts, and they're annoying. So the way to stop that is to sterilize it with hot boiling water and cover it, and you leave it set, preferably overnight, till you need to use it. We're going to start potting up some stuff and seed starting some cold season crops such as cauliflower, broccoli, cabbage, Brussels sprouts, and so we're going to get this done today, and stay tuned for the rest of this video. These are these Imperial Star artichokes that I was talking about. They have been seed started since about January 7th, and it's been over a month, and they're doing pretty good, and they have just reached the amount of roots that they need to be potted up. So we will get these potted up into some cups, and once they finish out their growth in those cups and they're just getting ready to get those roots at the bottom of them cups, and I don't want them to start bunching up, so by then it should be time for me to put these out in the ground. And if it's too cold, I'll be putting them in a cold frame and growing them in a cold frame and try to grow them seeds next year. So this is a look at these guys. They're doing pretty good. If you got any tips on those Imperial Star artichokes or any artichokes, just leave it in the comments below. I'd love to learn your experience or learn about whatever you have done with these, failures or successes. I would love to hear about it, and I'll try to get back to you if you comment. I'll enjoy to hear from all of you. I'd love to hear from the comments below what your story is, so thanks. Alright, so we're back, and the water is plenty hot, so we're going to go ahead and dump it in, get it mixed in, and trap the heat in with the tin foil, and then we'll set it, forget it, and wait till the next video for us to pot up some stuff. I'll slowly dump it in, and if you need gloves, you can wear gloves to do this. You don't want to accidentally burn yourself and drop the whole pot. I usually just try to get it all in there. And usually this peat moss is pretty hydrophobic, so it just doesn't want to soak up any water, but it seems that whenever you put that hot water in there, it like almost instantly soaks it up, which is good for whenever you mix it. But my bowl's almost full, so you gotta just be careful with that. Usually if you have a deeper vessel to do this in, you don't have to be so careful, so it might take me a second to get this all mixed in. Do this, I'm sure that I don't know about. Tell me in the comments below if you think this is going to work in killing these fungus gnat eggs. If you have any other ways to kill fungus gnat eggs, I'd like you to give me a shout in the comments and tell me what you do to sterilize your seed starting mix. I'm always ready to learn something new. Okay. Well, that water got it all mixed, got it all poofed up. So you want to take your shovel or whatever you got and kind of wooden spoon, whatever you got, and tamp it down. Tack it back down all the way around. Help trap that heat in there, and that'll really help the tin foil and trapping that heat in, keep these fungus gnat eggs roasting and destroy them all, because you do not want them hatching. And usually, if I'm doing some of this sterilizing, I usually don't like to do just a little bit. I'd like to do a lot so I don't have to do this as many times. So if you can find a bigger container that'll hold heat, go ahead and boil a couple of pans of water and do more at one time. That'll save you some time and you'll be able to have more dirt prepared. This usually does about 2.5 trays that I have. Trays like this one behind me. And then you take your tin foil, kind of get it set where you want it. Even though I have a little hole in this corner, it ain't going to be no big deal. You just want to trap all the heat in that you can. And go set it on a pot holder and forget it. Then tomorrow, if you want to start seed starting, it's all prepared for you and it's somewhat moist enough to handle. And then usually with that peat moss, you got to worry about getting it watered all the way through, otherwise your mix won't hold that water, that moisture for your seed. But doing it this way, I haven't found any problems with that. Usually it takes the water up pretty quick after I sterilize it. So that's a plus. Get it all covered like that, and then we wait. On the next video, I'm planning on potting up some Imperial Star artichokes and some tomatoes that I'm transplanting out of smaller seed trays and that use less seed starting mix, and I'm going to pot them up in some red cups or whatever I got just to see how long it takes me to grow them out, and just testing it with some old seeds, and I'll kind of explain a little bit about that whenever I get there. But stay tuned, and I'll have some more potting up coming up and seed starting some cold season crops. This is Not a Pro Gardener here. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and ring that bell to get notified for every time I come out with a new video. Thank you.